Video time, let's go! Hello. Today we're talking about Move or Die, a game where you must move or die. A short bit of context. The game can be played with up to 4 people. Each round, a random game mode is rolled, and the players compete to come in first. Afterwards, they are awarded points depending on where they placed. Rinse and repeat until one player reaches the winning number of points, usually around 100 to 150. Alright, we got 3 very important chapters to get through, so let's get going. We are talking about MGE! The main mechanics of the game are your health that will constantly drain unless you move, hence the name, the various different game modes and the objectives that come with them, and the modifiers, special little rules that cycle throughout the game to change the gameplay up. The gameplay is, of course, moving, or else you'll die. Whatever the current objective is, this can be things like racing to the end, painting the ground your color, or trying to eat candy before anyone else does, and the overall point system that goes across rounds. And finally, the experience. The game is very fast-paced, both in the length of the rounds and what you actually do in them. This leads to a lot of panic and quick thinking. The flowchart for this game is a little difficult to wrap your head around, so I'll break it down for you. At the top, we have Are You Moving? If not, die! In all seriousness, a flowchart for this game would be very large, and would basically need to be split up for each game mode. Let's take Hat Chase, for example. We start with, does someone have the hat? If yes, is it you? If yes, then your score goes up. If no, then you can chill and lose, or you can knock it off their head, which goes up to the top of now no one has the hat. So your options are to chill and again lose, or you can go get it, and thus your score will go up. And all of this would be part of a bigger flowchart, connecting to the mini-game selector at the top and the full game points at the end. In a talk Nicolai Berbece gave at GDC, he speaks about his journey creating and updating Move or Die. Originally, Nicolai made mini flash games, one of which was called Concern Joe. He started to remake it as a full game because he wasn't happy with how it had a small audience despite its great reception. In playtesting, he heard calls for a multiplayer mode, so he added a party mode with mini-games. Long story short, that one side mode of Concern Joe grew and became Move or Die. I just wanted to share that because it feels like a really important lesson to pay attention for what parts of a game playtesters find actually fun, and don't be afraid to flip the game on its head if it'll make it better. Back on topic, however, the main mechanic, Move or Die, was in the game since its roots as Concern Joe. Looking at the player experience, he saw that players had fun with that, but they didn't replay it much. Thus, he eventually came out with the Modifiers update, introducing a whole new mechanic to the game that can change every other mechanic and gameplay element, and really fuck up my flowchart. In a second interview I read, Nicolai speaks about how the game is designed to be very simple and easy to pick up. It very intentionally lacks any sort of tutorial and drops players right into the chaos. The game is even named so that the instructions are very clear and in your face, rather than being stylized as opposed to something like Concern Joe or Super Hot. Okay, that's it.